Welcome to the Marriage Be Like podcast. We're your hosts, Kenny
and Kenya.
And we are so glad that you are joining us today. Listen, this podcast is here to discuss love and relationships, life topics, and how to navigate through it all.
Disclaimer, we are not specialists or counselors or professionals in these fields. We are a married couple who's got 27 years of life experiences under our belt. We hope to open some discussions, build communication, and plant some seeds. So sit back, enjoy, and let's have a conversation and grow together. Welcome back to another episode of Marriage Be Like podcast.
Yes.
I'm Kenya.
And I'm Kenny.
We're happy to have you back. And if it's your first time joining us, welcome. Thanks for listening. This is our 6th episode. You can always go back and listen to the other episodes on our website, marriagebelike.com. But we're listening currently on Envision Radio.
Envision-radio.com. Can I say something, Kenya?
Sure.
Because I'm really grateful to Miss Liz.
Hey, Miss Liz.
Hey, Miss Liz. Really grateful for giving us this opportunity to share on this platform, to share our stories.
And others, because we have guests.
Yes, absolutely. So thank you so much, Liz, and the team there at Envision Radio. I don't know anybody else on the team.
Not personally.
Yeah.
We've seen them on Zoom.
That's right. There you go. Seen a couple on Zoom.
Right.
So thank you, Liz, for we really appreciate you for giving us this opportunity to share.
Absolutely.
On envision-radio.com. Yeah. But like Kenya said, if you don't catch us on Envision Radio, you can check us out at the marriagebelike.com. You can email the show at Kenny and Kenya at marriagebelike.com. Or you can catch our podcast wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon.
That's correct. But you have to catch us on Friday.
Yeah.
We're only on envisionradio.com on Thursday.
So envision-radio.com gets the Marriage Be Like podcast first. So there it is.
4 o'clock Eastern time.
4 o'clock Eastern time. That is 3 p.m. Central time.
That is correct.
So there you go. And then you won't catch it till Friday on
that is correct.
On the website.
All other things.
All other things. So there it is. What are we talking about today?
Well, I wanted to kind of give a quick synopsis of what we have talked about since it's our 6th episode. We've kind of gotten going here, haven't we?
We have.
And for those who may just be joining us, this is Black History Month. February. This is also Love Month. Love Month, we celebrated. Black Love Day, we celebrated. We've also celebrated Valentine's Day.
That's right.
So we calling it Love Month as well as Black History Month. So we talked about both of those on our last episode on our podcast. So if you're listening to us weekly, we thank you. We appreciate it. Now go share.
That's right.
Tell your friends and family you found a decent podcast that you'd like to listen to with some silly people.
It's the best podcast ever.
There you go.
That you've ever heard in your entire life.
Who gives some advice and some information about marriage. And our goal is to help keep families together.
That's right.
And be able to have lasting relationships, and more so than a few years, but a couple decades,
and some.
That's the goal, because that's been our experience.
That's
so
right.
We want everyone to be with us and be able to continue to grow and love in marriage and relationships
for a couple decades. Or
yes.
So.
And some, not
and some,
and some, and many.
That's right.
So we'll jump right in
and many more.
There you go. Happy Black History Month again. We doing this until the 28th. I know it's the shortest month of the year, but we're happy. We're happy to have it. We're happy to be Black.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to talk about our Black History moments. This week in Black History, several birthdays: opera singer Marian Anderson, Black Panther Huey Newton, author and Pulitzer Prize winner Toni Morrison. They were all born in February.
All right. I wasn't born in February, so you're not celebrating my birthday.
We already celebrated my birthday.
Yeah.
I'm a January baby.
Yeah, and I'm an August baby, so.
All right, so what else happened in February for Black History?
All right, so February 19th 1923, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in the Moore versus Dempsey case that black people in state courts were entitled to due process of the law.
Amen.
Amazing. Listen, and you know what? That was what, 102 years ago,
Yeah.
right? So definitely before my lifetime.
Yes.
Everything's before my lifetime.
But yeah, it was still too long. It should happen a long time before then.
It should have.
But I'll take it when it happened.
I agree. I mean, wow.
All right. So the next one is February 20th, 1934, Four Saints in Three Acts premiered on Broadway, becoming the first all-black cast performing an opera.
Whoa. All black cast.
Yes. Now, there were opera singers before.
But this is an all black cast.
All black cast.
Okay.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
That's what makes the difference. Yeah, that is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. You know, I mean, yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, what's interesting, we talk, and I'm a sports person, right?
Mhm.
And you talk about black coaches and black quarterbacks playing in football or whatever the case. And, you know, even to this day, we are still talking about,
We are, yes.
you know, the first
It's
black
still a
coach or
big
the first
thing.
black,
That is correct.
you know, I
In
mean, granted,
2025.
and well, I mean, you've had coaches before 2025, but it's still just like your point about the court case. You know, that is too recent of history for that change to have been made.
Yes.
You
We've
know,
been fighting a long time.
yeah, so many years.
Yeah, as a people.
Eyes
But I'm
tied.
grateful for every effort and for everything that has, and for every piece of history. This is
Yes.
exactly why we're pulling it.
Yes.
There are things that I didn't know that I'm learning
Yeah.
because I chose to put this out there. So now hopefully someone else can learn some of this information as well and be proud of our heritage.
We gonna learn you something today.
We're gonna move right on to our segment.
Okay.
What I love about you.
What I love about you.
All right. So remember, this segment is for you to engage in conversation with your spouse so that you all can find different things that you love about each other and to help build a better and deeper relationship.
Yes. Yes. You know,
Wanna go
and
first? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
you want me to go first?
You had a thought. Finish your thought.
No, I'll share it later. I will share it though.
Okay.
I will share it, but not right now. So go ahead. You go first.
Okay. What I love about you is you allow me, you appreciate, how do I want to say it? You give me my space for independence.
Okay.
And maybe that's a better way of saying it. I don't want to say you allow me to be independent because that's not a thing.
Yeah, no. Nope. Yeah,
That's not a thing. I'm going to be independent anyway. But some men are intimidated by that.
Okay.
And some have issues, and that is a problem in the marriage when the wife is also independent as they are.
Are these guys controlling?
I don't know. I just know that has happened.
Ends up being a controlling trait, I think. But, you know, hey, maybe that's another topic for another episode.
Very true. But I do know that my husband, you are not.
I'm not.
And I appreciate you have no problems with me being independent.
Yes.
You don't have to be at my side at all the time.
Nope.
And I appreciate that because I don't want you at my side all the time.
Do you not?
No, well, I want my space too. And I like my independence and being able to do what I do.
I'm trying not to be in my feelings about
You don't
that,
have to be in your feelings. It's about me being me, and it's about giving my space to be able to move freely in the world the way I want to.
Okay.
But still also remain in a happy marriage.
You know, so this makes mine really interesting. You know, trying to I want to say compare, but putting these two together. So you saying that I give you that space to be you, right?
Yeah.
To be you. What I love about you.
But I specifically said independence, so don't mess it up.
What?
I specifically said independence, not just the giving space to be me.
Okay, I'm not trying to mess it up now.
Okay, I'm just making sure you saying it the way I said it.
I'm about to take back what I'm about to say.
Look,
what I was going to say was, what I love about you is that you are easy to love.
Oh, yes.
See,
Even with a little attitude.
even with the even with the attitude, you almost messed that up. I was about to take that all back. Every last bit of it. Take it all back. No, but when I say that, and this kind of helps, or it goes along with our topic
Mhm,
today.
mhm.
Um, when it comes down to knowing how to love you, knowing what I need to do to make you feel loved,
Mhm.
you know, um, I hate the way this sounds, right? But you're
Okay.
easy. Ah!
It's okay. I can accept it in a nice, kind way.
Because you know what I mean. It's not that it's you're easy to love.
Yes.
You're
You're
easy
saying
to
I'm not
love.
a difficult person,
High
and
maintenance
I'm
and
not high maintenance.
yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. So
High maintenance isn't a bad thing, though, necessarily. I'm
I'm
just
not
not
saying
high
that it's
maintenance.
I'm not saying any of
Right.
that
I
is
don't
bad.
want anyone to think that it is,
Right.
because there are times I can be high maintenance, for instance, the month of January, but
Oh, mercy.
for my birthday,
Mercy. Listen, I'm preparing. It is
that's when
February
I get
now.
real bougie.
So I got another 11 months, 10 months. I don't even count the 11th month from now. I've got I only have 10 more months to
But
get
I am
ready.
the only female in this family, so it is what it is.
Yeah, that's true. So anyway, but that's what I love about you is that I mean, because there again, to even kind of touch on the high maintenance,
Mhm.
right? I mean, you don't beg me for money for your hair or for your nails or any of that stuff, and not that I would have a problem if you ask, because
Right.
anytime that you do, I give,
Yes.
right? It's just that you do a lot of that on your own, which I feel is great.
I actually like it myself. I don't really know why I don't ask more often, but I think I just enjoy doing it for me. It is me and my own time.
Do
It
you?
is my self-care, so then I take it from beginning to end.
So this is, and I get it because when I do things around the house,
Mhm.
oftentimes I want to do them on my own,
Mhm.
right? And why don't you get your boys to help you out?
Yeah, you got sons.
Yeah, yeah. But no, sometimes it's therapeutic for me to do it on my own.
Oh, okay. I get it.
So that's anyway. Moving on. That's a whole
All
nother
right.
thing, right?
All right. So again, our segment, which I guess we just kind of learned something about each other a little bit in there.
Yeah.
Our
After
segment is
20,
it's okay. It's the specifics that matter.
after
But
all
the
these
segments
years,
that we have are specifically to help bring out these kinds of things in conversation so that you can grow deeper in your relationship.
I kind of feel like this is going to be an episode of revelation,
Maybe so.
even for us after all these years,
It's
right?
all right. Hey, you grow and learn.
Right.
You never stop being a learner, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are we talking about this week?
All right. So this week and next week, we'll be talking about the 5 love languages.
Yay!
Woo,
Right.
woo, woo, woo. All right. So the 5 love languages is a book by Dr. Gary Chapman,
That's right.
and he's written many, many books, but this was his first one. Um, and it basically it gives 5 ways that you and your partner understand, express, and experience love.
Ah,
All right. So those
understand,
are kind of his words.
understand, express, and experience
Hmm.
love. All right. So now let's, and I want to say this. We want to make sure that you're listening to this. Understand that those elements are important.
Yes.
Understanding, expressing, and experiencing love.
Yes.
So we definitely need to apply those when we start talking about the love languages
Yes.
and how uh, and what that means to be able to understand, express, and experience love. So
Hmm.
those definitely keep that in mind as we go on through this episode and next week's episode as well.
Yes. It's gonna take two.
Yeah, it's gonna take two. It's gonna take two.
So language, just like you speak English, French, so on and so forth, languages, love languages work the same.
That's
And
right.
if the person does not understand the language you are speaking, then you
Hmm.
have to speak their language.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go.
All
Can't
right.
speak French to me, and
And you don't understand
I
French.
don't understand French.
All right. So the list goes words of affirmation. There are five,
Hmm.
five love languages: words of affirmation, receiving gifts, quality time, acts of service, and physical touch.
It's funny. I've shared this many times with friends, and we're talking about this, and just guy circles and things like that. And I talk about the five love languages, and with the guys that may not be familiar with it, and I try to ramble those five off the
Mhm.
top of my head,
And you'll
and
go through 4?
I get four, and it's like, and it's never the same one. It's always it's always one that I can't remember the last one. And anyway, and then you know what? Sometimes it's the one that really needs to be brought up. Anyway, so I run into that all the time. So anyway, I'm glad for notes.
Yes, also true. I had to write them all down too because I actually remembered 4, and I was like, "No, what is that last one
Yeah,
again?"
yeah.
And the crazy part was I rambled them off, and, physical touch isn't really one of mine, but it's one of yours, and that was the one I couldn't remember. I had them all, and I had to look up physical. It's like, "There's one more on there. What
Yeah.
is it?" And I had to look it up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So anyway, okay. So let's go through those that list again. Words of
Okay.
affirmation,
Mhm.
receiving gifts,
Mhm.
quality time, acts of service, and physical touch. And
Yes.
look, we're gonna go through each one
Yeah, to explain what
to
they are,
explain
yeah.
what they are. Um, so we'll have a little bit of fun with that. Anyway.
Okay, so how do you know what your love language is?
Hmm.
How do you know how you experience and understand love?
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Good question, right? Well, what excites you about love or romance?
Okay.
That's how I see it. So, um, I felt like it was easy for me to know what mine were because I know what makes me excited about love in
Okay.
general.
Okay.
And I say in general because these also can flow into general family relationships, not just marriage relationships, even
Yeah. So
in some
to
cases.
yeah, and to that point, there are other books that he
Yes.
wrote that kind of, the five love languages for kids or
Yes.
for
Hmm.
work, workplace and things like that. But we're just talking about intermarriage, okay?
Right.
So I get that. Um, so what excites you about love? But what feels, and maybe this is the same, saying the same thing, but maybe using an analogy to kind of help understand that. But what fills your love bank?
Yes. And you're right, because love bank is what Dr. Gary Chapman talks about.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I'm cheating there, right? I did read the book, so um, but yeah, I mean,
So explain what a love bank is.
okay, so let's talk about that. A love bank, basically, we go through life
Hmm.
and when experience love a particular way. We understand love a particular way.
Hmm.
If we don't receive it in the way that we understand it, we feel empty.
Yes.
We don't feel loved. So
Correct.
then your love bank is empty when you don't feel loved.
Because you don't understand the French that I'm speaking.
That's right. Your love bank is filled when you can look and see the things that are being done for you, with you,
Hmm.
and you actually feel like someone is expressing love to you.
Yes.
All right. The question is, right, with his five love languages, the real question is, what is your currency in that bank?
Right.
What is the currency? Meaning, what is that language? How do you understand it? How do you receive it?
Hmm.
Right. So, I love the analogy of the bank because you can't take a bank that receives a euro or a yen,
Yes.
right, and try to put an American dollar in it. I mean, there's going to have to be some, current. You can exchange your currency, right?
Right.
But if you were just to try to put a yen in an American dollar bank, it ain't gonna work
It
out the
doesn't
same.
work, but that's the point here. Being able to exchange it and for your spouse to explain to you
Yeah,
how they want to be loved
right.
is
Okay.
how you exchange it.
So this goes back to the games and the segments that we play,
Mhm.
right? This is why it's really important to open up those channels of communication
Yes.
amongst ourselves so that we can have these conversations.
Yes.
And if we're not accustomed to talking, having fun, enjoying each other, we
Mhm.
don't have these conversations where we can actually um, parse through what makes me feel
Loved.
loved.
Yes.
So, what fills your bank? You know?
Yeah, and being able to tell your spouse what does fill your bank and then vice versa so that you can have your bank filled and you can fill your spouse's bank.
Right. So,
And everyone feels loved equally
yeah.
in the relationship, and that's the goal.
So, babe,
Yes.
what is your love language?
Well, let's tell them how they can find their love languages.
Okay.
Okay, so we mentioned Dr. Gary Chapman,
Yeah.
and we mentioned the 5 love languages. That's the name of that's the title of the book. But
Right.
there's also a website. So they can go to fivelovelanguages.com and there's a test, a free test. You can take that test and answer the questions honestly.
Okay.
And then your test results will come back as what your languages are.
Okay.
You'll get a primary language, and generally that'll give all 5. And what it does is it gives you the primary at the top and then your least further down.
Okay. By rank,
Yes,
pretty
by
much.
ranking.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So let me ask you this then. Did you take the test before you knew? I mean, like, did you read the book and then say, "Hey, this is my love language," or did you
Right.
have to take the test?
We took the test after we read the book. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. But when reading the book, I was like, "Oh, I already know my love language. I don't even have to read the rest of this book."
Right. Right.
But
Right.
I went through the rest of it so I could understand the other love languages. But yeah, I knew mine right off. It was almost like it said, "Kenya, that's
Yeah.
you."
Here I
Yeah.
is.
Mhm.
Here I
And
is.
that's not what it said.
It
It
didn't
said,
say that.
"Kenya, that's you."
For the
And I
record,
said, "Yes,
people,
that's me."
I have pretty good. I can speak well. I just love mixing up the
Ugh.
English language. So
Just
there
to
it
be
is.
annoying. It's
Yeah.
okay though. All
So
right. So, what is your love language?
no, I asked you first. Don't do that. I asked you first. So, ladies first.
Okay. So, my primary love language is receiving gifts.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's my primary
This
one.
is why. This is why I say you're easy. But I'm gonna tell you something here. I will say this, right? Because I am challenged when it comes down to your love language, simply
The
because
receiving gifts one, or like ask of service?
no,
Because
no,
my
no,
next
no,
one is acts of service.
no, no. It's all about receiving gifts
Okay.
because, and this is where I say that you're simple in that they're easy in this because there's it doesn't take a whole lot to please you,
It really doesn't.
you
Yeah.
know. So like I can bring home
I'm easy
one of three
casual.
things,
Chill.
one of three things, since you like to eat. One of three things, right?
I ain't even mad at that. I heard the little slash since you like to eat. I ain't even mad at it.
That
I do
wasn't
like to eat.
that wasn't a shot. It was just, but
It wasn't a shot, it was a slash. You're right. But I'm a picky eater, so it's not a whole lot of things. I don't have a long list. I'm not a foodie, so
yeah,
I don't have a long list of things I like to eat.
right.
Mhm.
So that's why I say it's easy
Right.
because once you figure out what those three things are, then we're good to go. So I can bring home some a pineapple,
Oh,
cut it up,
yes.
or some fresh pineapple cut up, not out of the can. Okay,
Yeah, it's better fresh.
it's fresh. It's better fresh. Pineapple. What is it? Pringles. I can bring you some barbecue Pringles
Barbecue Pringles.
and turtles.
Yes.
Turtles. See, Uh, I know you like the back of my hand. Do I?
Yes, those are some of my favorite things.
Some of your favorite
Yes,
things
they are.
sound like a Christmas song.
The only thing that's good for me is the pineapples.
Yeah.
But I do like the others, yes.
Okay.
All right, so babe, finally your turn.
Finally, my
What is your
turn.
primary love language?
All right. So, I used to think it was physical touch. It might have been,
It could
early on.
change, yeah.
Yeah.
Mine has not changed.
So yeah, I think mine has changed from physical touch to words of affirmation.
Mhm,
You know, I like um I like to be affirmed in the things that I do,
mhm,
and we were talking about this earlier. I feel like I'm a people pleaser.
mhm,
I
mhm.
like to please people, and I love to do things to hear people and see people's reaction to it.
Yes.
That's what I really love.
Yeah, I get that. I get
Yeah.
that.
And sometimes I pride
It's
myself.
also not necessarily people pleasing, it's also
It may
people
not be.
helping,
You're probably right.
it's the community service loving you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're right. And it didn't sound right saying that I'm a people pleaser because it didn't sound right. But I do love doing things that are extraordinary.
Yeah, and to make others happy.
Yeah. But when I say extraordinary, I do things that not the normal person does, you know?
Well, I may know, but does the audience know? You have to give an example if you're going to say something like that.
Okay. All right. So I have several talents, right?
Okay.
And really I pretty much can figure just about anything out.
Yes.
So I love to surprise people when I figured out something that they really have never thought about or even tried to. So just to kind of keep it general like that, I would do something that's above somebody's imagination.
Okay.
I guess that's it, And I just like to surprise people. I do love the element of surprise,
Yes.
and because then you get a more authentic
Reaction.
and affirmation.
You take it as okay, got it. You take it as an affirmation. I
Yeah,
see. Okay.
yeah. So anyway,
Yeah, words of affirmation is my least.
uh,
I know.
oh,
Yes, people, we actually do not speak the same love language. Okay, so can you have several love languages?
okay. So come on, now, is this a trick question? You just said that
It
earlier.
is right. It is for those who don't know what they are. Yes,
Okay,
and who don't understand. So we're trying to explain to everybody how this works.
so
Yes.
I believe that there is a primary and a secondary. You know,
Yes, you're correct.
I mean, because we are complex beings, right? I mean, there's not very many absolutes to who we are,
True.
and I think that there would be a primary one that just really gives you butterflies,
Right.
right?
And
Gives you
that
that
fills your
feeling.
love tank.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Another one that I can, okay, I can see where you tried.
Yeah, I'll give you brownie points. Go on, put that in my love tank too.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So that's how I rank it,
Yes.
like that,
And then there are others that I'm throwing it at the love tank and it's just bouncing off.
bouncing off. Yeah, declining. Yep.
Yes.
The circle don't fit the square.
Right, that is correct. So yes, we can have several love languages. You can have all 5, you may have 4, but you do have primaries and then those that may fall below that. Um, oh, do you know your order?
Let me let
Do you remember your order? You knew it at some point because we not long did it actually.
I don't remember, but give me a second or two to think. I may be able to. What is your order? While you giving no order, I might think of
I
mine.
can look at mine and for the most part tell. Mine is receiving gifts, acts of service. Those are my 2 primaries, right? And then quality time, physical touch, words of affirmation. Mine hasn't changed. That's why I was like, I could just look at them and tell what they are.
So for you, I'm actually surprised that quality time doesn't fit a little higher, even over.
It's number 3.
Yeah, and I say this because one of the bigger complaints that you have about me is that I go so much and then I'm um not with you enough.
Oh, this is true. But it's also now, I'm gonna tell you why I fuss about that because you don't know how to slow down. So it's me being a good wife and trying to force you to slow down and take a moment and rest. But it's also, hey, what about
Yeah, yeah,
me?
yeah.
So yeah, I say it in that way more often than I do,
Well, and then
the other way.
another reason why I get confused over that for you is because what was it, last week or the week before? What it was the week before, where you what impressed me this week
Mhm,
or what
mhm.
impacted me this week when you said that I went with you to your doctor's appointment and sat
Yes.
with you. So, that to me is quality time.
That is quality time.
And
That
so
is quality time.
so anyway, we'll leave that there.
But yeah, it's number 3 on the list. So yeah,
Okay.
but then like physical touch and words of affirmation. Words of affirmation is way down low in the percentage.
Yeah. So if I were to try to rank mine, okay, and I'm not,
Mhm.
and this may sound a little erratic in the way I throw it out, but I will say,
Okay.
words of affirmation is going to be probably top for
Okay.
me. Probably physical touch right after that. I'm pretty sure acts of service is way at the bottom.
Okay.
One, and I say
Now
that
that is
because
confusing to me
what?
because you do so much to serve people.
Right.
So
And so. which is a very important element to bring up in this whole talk about the five love languages.
Yeah. So why is it at the bottom? I would think it would be number 3,
Because
and
uh
especially over
be,
receiving gifts and
yeah, well, I mean, receiving gifts would probably be 3 for me, right?
okay.
um
Now yours has definitely changed because I remember your quality time was high.
okay. Yeah, I think, well, so this goes back to where I say I do things,
Mhm.
and it's therapeutic for me to do it on my own,
Mhm.
which
Mhm.
means then that I don't need anybody to do anything for me.
Yeah.
And if I want to do it on my own, then quality time is not going to be at the top of the list either.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Not that I don't want to spend time with you,
Yeah, no, I get it.
but it's that's where that is. Now part of
Introverts we need our space. We
yeah,
need our own time. I
yeah.
get it.
So that may be my list, right? In
Okay.
in that order. Um what I say, words of
You wait, I was about to
affirmation.
say, what did you say? I don't know if you said them all.
I did. Words of
Words of
affirmation,
affirmation,
physical
physical
touch.
touch,
Um
acts of service.
no, acts of service at the bottom.
Oh, sorry. Quality
It was
time.
quality time.
So we both have quality time
No,
for
no, no,
number
no,
3.
no, 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 no. Hold on. Words of affirmation. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's right. That's right.
Okay,
Words of
that's what I thought.
affirmation, physical touch, quality time.
Receiving gifts and acts of service.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
You need to say it again so you got it in your head.
No, I got it
To
now.
make sure it's right. Yeah, so quality time, like I said, is both number 3 for both of us.
Now, can we talk about we talk about something that keeps coming up?
Okay.
Um, and the difference between what we say in the beginning. We said um, how we understand, express, and experience love,
Yes.
right? And this is where I say it's important to point out that those differences, right? Understand and experience, and then express.
Express. Mm-hmm.
Because the point that you make about how I may typically express love,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I want to do so much for others,
Mm-hmm.
but yet that's falling on the bottom of my list, how I experience or understand love.
Right. And it seems confusing.
It seems confusing.
Mhm.
So oftentimes, and this is something that comes up in the book as well, but oftentimes we give as we experience it,
Yes. That's true.
right? So then and then we confuse ourselves by saying, well, hey, I'm showing you how much I love you by doing this because this is how I understand
How you
love.
understand love. Yeah.
And the problem we run into is
We're
that's not
speaking
how
different
you
languages.
yeah, that's not how you understand love. That's how I understand it.
That's how I understand it, so I'm giving it to you the way I understand it,
That's right.
except that's not how you understand it.
Right.
So then the goal is what? For me to speak your language and you to speak my languages.
Yes.
So we
Yes.
have to speak each other's language. You
That's right.
speak your own and your spouse's
That's right.
language.
That's
Yes.
right. But then it goes back to
And that takes effort. I'm gonna say that out loud.
yeah.
That takes effort.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't want to mess up your point. What was you trying to say?
No, but I feel like it's really confusing when I talk about how I generally want to express love by doing acts of service, right? Doing other things for other
Hmm.
people. Yet that's the last thing on my list.
Yeah.
So that's where it almost contradicts what we just said,
Right.
right? How we give what we understand.
Yes.
But in this case, or we express what we understand. But in this case, I may express it, but don't do that for me.
Right. A complex person, just complex for no reason.
Yeah, yeah. That's that high phlegmatic
I
uh
guess so.
and choleric all at the same time. The same anyway.
Confusion.
Yeah, go back to an earlier
But
episode.
yeah, being intentional about loving your spouse in their language. So if Kenny understands French only, I have to speak French
Yeah.
and English because I understand English and I don't understand French, but I still have to speak it. I have to learn it
Hmm.
and I have to be intentional about it so that I can give him his full tank. And so in his case, yours was, let me say it again, words of affirmation and physical touch.
Yes.
Okay.
A and B.
So, yes, and those are my least 2.
Mm.
So I have to We're literally opposites in that area. So I have to really be intentional about loving him in the way that he understands so that he still loves me and doesn't feel resentment or regret or we're not bonding the same or and so on and so forth, so that our communication is still great. And when you don't love in that love language, those kinds of things can happen.
People, the discussions we've had to understand what what these differences are and mean to us in our relationship.
Yeah, because Kenny's more complicated than I am. Oof,
Yeah.
tell you what.
I mean, I have my own explanation of what words of affirmation
I
mean.
was like, what?
I
I
and
didn't understand it. And so I'm
yeah,
trying to understand, and it's literally hurting my brain.
that was a whole conversation, y'all.
And I
A
was trying not
whole
to get frustrated because I'm saying, I'm trying to understand.
I was trying not to get frustrated too.
Because you didn't understand why I didn't understand.
Did not understand why you did not understand.
Because it ain't my love language.
There was like a wall there,
Yes.
you
I
know,
felt it. I saw it building.
because you was but if I say this and if I do this and I'm like, no, that don't count.
It should count. Why didn't it count?
Oh man. Yeah.
Fun times.
Fun times, y'all. Fun times.
All right, you ready to play a game?
Sure.
Go ahead and introduce it.
Okay. No. No, remember what we did last week? You don't remember? Oh, the game. This is a game. Well, let me think. Was it on this particular game? It didn't matter. It was just a game segment. When you
Right.
said you came out talking about da-da-da-da.
Oh, yes, I sure did. I forgot.
I
Want
was
me to do it
like,
again?
da-da-da-da. What kind of mess is this? Da-da-da-da.
It just came out of left field. I know. I understand. just
Anyway,
it just seemed right for the second.
anyway,
And then I drug you in.
drug me into it.
I did.
All right, so you ready to play the game?
Yes, we're ready to play the game. Go
All right,
ahead.
2, 3.
Da-da-da-da! All right, it's game time.
Who does it better?
Who does it better?
And you know what? This is where I said that I felt like this one is we're going to learn a lot about each other on this one.
Okay.
And I feel like there's going to be an argument here.
Hilarious. All right, let's see. I'm ready for you. Let's see. All right. Keeps up with their keys. Who keeps up with their keys better? Who does it better?
I do.
Oh my God, we're arguing already. What in the world? You know I keep up with my keys better. Where are my keys? Look in my pocket. They might be in my coat. What coat? Where is the coat? That's the next question.
Well, okay, so
I keep up with my keys better.
Here's the thing. If I've got 100 keys, all right.
I have several sets of keys as well. I have keys to different things as well.
Well, all I'm saying
How
is
I keep up with them is just more organized than you.
Anyway. And I mean, you don't even have there's no.
Da-da-da-da!
Really? Wow.
There was a light bulb that hit your head right there.
A light bulb?
Yes.
Listen, you don't even have, there's no system that you have that makes it any better than mine.
It may not be. And I don't carry as many keys as you do. But
right then, so when you don't carry as many keys as I do, there's less of a chance that you may lose your keys.
I don't think that that's true. I don't think that that's true at all.
I have more opportunity to lose keys. I have several sets of keys that I walk around with. And
that
depending
you
on the
walk
day,
around, so then walk around with them. Actually keep them. Don't just lay them down.
I don't want to carry all those keys at the same time.
Put them in a space every day when you come home.
I don't need
so
to carry.
that it's in a particular spot.
I'm sorry,
so they're
people.
not lost.
See how these are how these discussions go. Move on.
You need to do it right. You're right. This is definitely going to cause an argument. Okay, what's the next one?
What's next?
Keeps their devices charged. Who does it better? Okay, that is you. Because half my stuff is dead right now.
Listen, what was it? The first or second episode of the podcast.
And my iPad died.
The iPad died in the middle of it. She's
sure
talking about,
did.
oh, I can't see now.
Can you share with me, babe? That's what I had to ask. Yep.
Yep. Sorry, and y'all didn't hear that because I had to edit that out.
Yes, you definitely keep your stuff charged a whole lot better than I do.
Unprofessional.
I'll be on the phone talking and be like, "Oh, let me hurry up and find my AirPods so that I can quickly put this phone on the charger." Yeah, that's me all the time. I don't know why I do it. I just do.
I don't know why either. Anyway, da-da-da-da.
Yes.
Next one.
All right. Speaks your spouse love language.
Me.
Oh my goodness.
Me.
No.
Oh, no, 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 no,
Actually,
no.
actually, I'm going to say that we're even because don't trip. Oh, I could. Oh, if y'all could see his face right now, he done backed all the way from the microphone, acting all attitude-ish. No, sir. Just because I don't speak words of affirmation, I literally said earlier that we are opposites in that area. So, I speak one of yours really well, which is what physical touch. For real, you're not gonna give me my props for real, for real.
Because I'm still stuck on
Ugh.
I'm
And
still
you
stuck.
speak one of my primaries really well, but not so great on the other. So we both need some work.
I'm just still stuck because
I say we're even.
people listen.
What's
When I
my
say
second
we
love
had
language?
to hold on, let me finish. When I said we had this discussion
We
over
did.
what words of affirmation meant, it was more than just a regular discussion,
It
y'all.
was.
It was
We gave the whole scenario
it
as to
was
what happened,
it
and I
was
was
a
totally
quite
confused.
spirited discussion, very passionate discussion.
That's because I don't need to be affirmed. So
and
it's
and
hard.
and I determined that you don't know the first thing about words of affirmation.
I don't need to be affirmed like that. I am determined on my own nature. So I don't have to have people to say, hey, blah, 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 blah. You did blah, blah, blah. And it's hard for me to digest it when it happens. So it's extremely hard to put it out there. Though I try, but it's extremely hard to put it out there.
Okay. Next one is
Sings.
sings.
All right, we both sing.
We both sing.
So who sings better? You gonna give it? You gonna say it? Want me to say it? Who do you think sings better? Honest opinion. As I give you the death stare.
Listen, I'm a very humble individual. So
Mhm.
so I'm
I can say it.
what can you say?
I'll say that I sing better.
Okay.
No. I didn't think he's gonna say okay with it. No, I'm teasing. Kenny definitely sings better, and he's definitely more of a showman, I would say too.
Showman.
Yes, yes. You
You
have
know,
more energy and you can present the song better. Mhm.
okay. All right. I'm sorry. That was a little triggering when you said showman because
Why?
remember years and years and years ago. I mean, even before we even
Oh
met.
Lord, in that case, I must not remember before we even met.
Yeah, yeah. So I was part of a group some years ago, and I don't know. I even had a manager that was
Yes,
trying to manage
that I
me.
do remember.
You do remember that? Um, and so yeah, they were managing me, but I was part of a group, and I remember one time the manager
Mhm.
got me to sing for a particular event,
Okay.
but I said, "Hey, no, I got a group. How about the group come?" And it ended up being Kenny Green and the group.
Oh, dang.
Anyway, so I guess that kind of frustrated the guys in the group.
As it should have.
Yeah. So sorry, I
You
didn't
was the
mean
only
that.
one who had a manager.
Right.
So
I didn't mean for that to happen.
but
But
yeah, by
anyway,
the time I met you, you were solo.
yes. But then one night, all the guys showed up to my apartment. I mean, just like out the blue and said, "Yeah, well, we were rehearsing." I'm like, "Wait a minute, you were rehearsing without me?"
Ooh, a real Temptations moment?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And then one of the guys, and the reason why I say that being a showman was kind of triggering because one of the guys was like, "Yeah, showboat." Called me
Oh,
called me
called you a
showboat.
showboat.
And I was like, wow. And
I
he
don't see it that way. I just see it as you being able to express the words of the song and be able to deliver it better.
okay.
I mean, because you go full body in.
And I get teased
I
very,
know.
very much about that, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that now.
Yeah, it's fine. I think that especially in this visual world we have today, it
Yeah,
actually works.
yeah.
So that's why I said showmanship. So you don't like that word, replace it with the word that you do like. It doesn't
I
matter
I don't
then.
know that I could find a better word, so
Okay, all right.
there it is. Anyway.
Okay, so irons closed. And yes, people, these are random things that we're just throwing out.
Yeah,
One has nothing to do with the
with the
other.
other, not at all. So
It's again like our segments to be able to um have conversation and just talk about things because
yes,
you may have answers that are surprising.
that's right. Yeah,
All right, so who irons better?
I do.
Are all your answers gonna be I do?
Listen, I
Half of
mean,
them been wrong so far.
but but you
Maybe
first
we
off,
should
this is
keep
your fault.
score.
Yeah, because
Maybe maybe we should keep score because you kept
this
saying,
is
so who won? Actually, you have definitely lost this round
how'd I lose?
because you
I
keep
keep up
saying
with
I
my
do and the
keys.
answers are incorrect. You
I
do
keep
not
my
keep up with your keys.
I keep my devices
Okay, you know
charged.
what? You're right. You keep up with your keys. They're here at the house,
Yeah.
and you
So
don't know where they are at the house.
oh, low down. That was low. That was low.
But you keep up with
Unnecessary.
them.
Unnecessary. So do you iron better than I do? I mean,
I
like,
do iron better than you do.
first off, hold on.
Babe, can you iron my shirt? I already had you ready.
No,
Yes.
no, that
Yes.
doesn't what that's not what that means.
Oh, it's not what it means? What does it
No,
mean?
what it means is, like
Excuse me, what?
who gets all the
Go ahead and
wrinkles out?
stutter. What now?
Who gets all the wrinkles out?
I am better, sir.
I don't know, but I mean, but you have more. I mean, your clothes are so strange, right? I mean,
My
like,
clothes are strange.
what I mean is,
I'm gonna need you to fix it. I'm gonna need you to fix it.
what I mean, like the little pleats and the ruffles and all that stuff. That's hard to iron. Come on now, you know it.
What am I, 6? I don't pleats and ruffles. Come on.
Come on now, you've got some
No.
stuff. You got some
No.
stuff that.
The answer is no.
Anyway,
You see
I'll let you have
again.
that one.
You don't even know what love language. You don't even know what to wear.
I'll let you have that one. I'm winning all the games anyway, so this doesn't matter.
Not yet. Ain't 1-1. This is why I'm trying to say we're there's no winner.
Actually,
this is just conversation. We're not keeping score.
I am keeping score.
You're not, because you ain't won any. You're making up a score.
No,
That's the difference.
we're even.
No, we're not even.
We are. You don't want to be
true.
even. I mean, you don't want to be even, like. So
you can't be even when there's 5 things.
Tell me how.
It's
No,
an
no,
odd
no,
number.
not on this game. I'm talking about cumulatively.
Oh, games in general?
All the games that we played since the beginning of time.
How is that possible? We've only played the games a couple times. It's still an odd
I've
number.
been keeping track.
Mm.
The first one I
The
won.
lies you tell.
The first one I won. The second one I let you win. So
I recall in a past episode of me saying that I am more competitive than you.
you did say that.
And yes, and you agreed. So if we want to keep score,
It was the same episode where I let you win that game.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what.
It is on.
I
people.
won this one.
It is on, people.
Because all your answers was I do, and all of them were incorrect.
Okay. See
So
what happens next.
rounding up this game, don't y'all go arguing with us bounce. It's supposed to bring communication, good communication. That's what it's supposed to bring. It's supposed to bring good communication and talk about the details, talk about the details in each of the things so that you all can have more conversation.
That's right.
and get to know each other better. You're always a learner. Always.
Always. I tell people
together.
if I'm not learning anything, I'm dead.
Wow. Okay,
it's pretty morbid, I know, but I'm just saying it's like as long as I'm alive, I'm gonna learn something.
Well, I would agree. I like it said better that way.
That way?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. I won't say it that way again. Right?
Yes, I appreciate that. Yeah, please don't say it that way. Let me verify that. Yes. Do not.
Okay, so I won that game. All right. Next.
No, you did not.
Love lessons.
I won that game.
Love lessons. What's the love lesson today?
Don't lie about winning the game.
Wow.
That's what the love lesson is.
Don't lie about winning the
No
game.
lies. Don't lie to your spouse.
Wow. Okay.
No, the love lesson today is give of yourself and speak in your spouse's love language.
Let me tell you something.
Only lesson for today.
That's the only lesson for today. But I want to say something. I need to add to that because it's amazing when you really think about the 5 love languages and being able to express love in your spouse's love language.
Yes.
And this is what you're saying, give of yourself and speaking your spouse's love language.
Especially when it's not yours.
When it's not yours.
Yes. Go ahead.
When
I just want to make,
because you keep interrupting me.
I know. I don't know what it is. You're right. I'm sorry, babe. I don't know what it is about today.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'll be quiet.
It's amazing how we get through an episode. No, I'm just
I can't be quiet. I'm not gonna let you slide on that one. Come on.
But no, okay. So what I'm trying to say is just like you said earlier, you have to be intentional in thinking of your spouse more than you think of yourself, right? It is easier to speak of the love language that you understand
Yes.
than it is to speak the love language that your spouse understands, particularly when it falls on the bottom of your list.
Correct. But if we both push to speak each other's language and fill each other's love tank, then we'll both be happy
That's right.
equally.
That's right.
Hmm.
Equally.
That's correct.
No, your tank got to be fuller than mine.
You starting arguments again?
No, no. See, you misunderstood what I just
Okay, then
said.
explain.
Your tank has to be fuller than mine. That means that I'm going to strive to fill your tank as much as possible.
Oh, okay, got it. I thought you were saying.
See how you do. See how you do.
You didn't
People,
explain it. You didn't explain it. So
no,
I can take it
shouldn't
how
have
I
had to.
want to because you didn't explain it.
I should not have had to explain that. You should have understood that I meant that I'm going to do
I thought you
everything
were
that
trying
I
to be
can.
funny, so I already I already took it wrong. If you were basically saying the same thing I was saying, then yes, I understand. Yes,
All
and
I'm
you are
trying
correct.
to say is that everything that I'm going to do as much as I can to make sure that your love bank is overflowing.
Correct.
Even if it means that I bring you a can of Pringles home every night.
Whew. Well, let's go with pineapples instead.
That's right, because we have changed our
Yes, we're trying to do
eating
we're
habits.
trying to do better in our 50s. Yes.
Yeah, we have changed our eating habits. Listen, people, you know what? And from week to week, I want to share. Can you don't mind if I share my journey from week to
Sure.
week? You know, I'm still on my little journey, and
I know, because I was thinking I haven't bought a can of Pringles in a bit.
it's been a minute.
I hadn't even missed them. That's the thing.
Yeah, and remember last week we talked about candy.
Yeah.
Right, and I said how I like payday bars and York
and
peppermint
all the
patties.
candies. Yes, you don't
Yeah,
have to go back through the list again.
and gummy bears.
We don't have to go back to the list again. It's okay. We understand candy.
But I have
What's your
not had
point?
any.
That is correct.
I have not had any, and so as a result, I'm down 30 pounds, y'all.
Yay.
30, 30. So we pushing.
Yes, he started a whole lot earlier than I did. I just started. Well, I had to get through my birthday month first.
Yeah, I will give you that.
Yes.
Your
So I didn't start
birthday,
till
our
February.
anniversary, Christmas, Valentine's Day.
No. We didn't have any sugar and sweets and things like that on Valentine's Day.
We didn't.
Huh.
Amazing.
Normally, where do I like to go for Valentine's Day?
The chocolate crocodile. Yes. Yes.
I didn't even consider it this year.
Not at all.
Huh.
Not at all.
I'm actually proud of myself. Let me pat myself on the back.
I'm proud of you too. Yeah.
And you, babe, because I didn't get you no candy.
No.
And you didn't ask for any.
And my pocket is thanking you too. Because we didn't have to buy
expensive candy.
Yeah.
It's the best though. It is.
Yeah. No, I do like it, particularly that salted caramel. But you know what? I remember going there and getting something, and I tell you what, I bit into that candy, ate that candy, and got such a sugar rush. Oh man. I mean, it was like my head was going to explode.
Yeah.
There was so much
sugar does to you.
Yeah. So, and if I were to do that now, since I hadn't had any sugar like that,
oh man, you'd be all over the place.
Oh yeah, it'd be like a friend of ours that we know that
yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
it's all right though. I mean, but we're trying to do better in our 50s and try not to eat all the junk that we used to eat and enjoy.
That's it.
Trying to enjoy fruits instead.
Yeah, fruits and vegetables. I promise you, I get so much more satisfaction out of a bowl of fruit than I do out of a bowl of ice cream.
Possible, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So there it is.
That's awesome. Good job, babe.
Thanks, babe. Good job for you, babe.
Wait, is that words of affirmation for you?
Don't start. Do not start.
I'm asking honestly.
Do not start.
Am I affirming that it's a good thing that you lost 30 pounds?
How about we clarify that in the next episode of the Marriage Be Like podcast when we do part 2 of the 5 love languages? We can give examples of what words of affirmation really is.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I bring this one back up?
Yeah, we can bring that one back. We'll bring that. In fact, that'll be the first thing if you want it, so that we can dig right on it.
That it is words of affirmation.
That's right. So for all those who are listening, next week we will bring back the second part of our 5 love languages. Yes. and start.
Today was just learning about the love languages.
Yes. Next week, we're going to dig in and give examples to kind of help us know how we can do that.
Yes. Put them into action.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Put it into action. Yeah. Because putting into action is what makes it work.
Yes. Applying the love languages.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to the end.
All right. So we're closing out. Really? So we're closing out. We've enjoyed this podcast ourselves, and I hope that you have as well.
You know what? Can I say this? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Listen, please share with your family and friends. I mean, let them know, because I'm gonna tell you what. I go back and I listen to the podcast. I'm listening on Apple Podcasts, whatever, and I listen on Envision Radio too. And I find myself laughing. I'm laughing. I'm actually enjoying.
Okay.
So laughing at myself.
Doing the podcast. You're laughing at yourself. Okay, I guess that's a good thing.
Is that a good thing? Anyway, so I had to say that. So
yes.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So in closing, before we close, we had a challenge. I don't know if those who've been listening remember. We had a challenge for you all to email us to see if you knew how many years we've been married. This challenge we've been having going on for a couple of weeks so that we could give shout outs.
Yep.
Did anybody email us back?
I checked this one last time just now, and I ain't seen not now one.
Okay, all right. So Kenny and Kenya, KennyAndKenya,
Yes.
at marriagebelike.com. All right, that's our email. But it's too late to email us for that.
That's
so
right.
We're going to close that one out. All right, so we've been married 27 years. So
27.
we said to be able to be married for a long time. We've given y'all hints, but 27 is a year, the amount of years that we've been married.
You know what? It's in the intro.
It is, actually.
It's in the intro. So y'all not listening to the intro, but that's okay. It's all right.
Or just didn't want to email us. That's okay. But you can email us about, what you liked about the podcast. We're looking for some feedback. So go ahead and give us some feedback, and we'll see what happens. All right.
That's it. And if you have questions about the 5 love languages, if you go ahead and email us, then, maybe we can bring up that before the next episode.
Yeah, that's true.
So reach out to us, and, we'd love to interact with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So listen, if you just catching it at the very tail end of this episode on envision-radio.com, which we do appreciate you joining every week on Thursdays, 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central Time. Shout out to Miss Liz.
Her Envision Radio team.
But if you're catching it at the very end, listen, you can check us out at the marriagebelike.com website, or you can go to wherever you get your podcast. Your podcast.
You listen.
That's it. But they're also on the website as well. So there you have it.
All right. So when you go ahead and email us. No, I'm just kidding. You can if you like, but yes, you can go on, look around on our website and check out our other website, greenroomentertain.com.
Yes.
And you can see all the things that we do for our business. We have a media production company.
That's right.
And so you can go ahead and like our pages and social media, so on and so forth. Share with your friends and family.
Yeah. And if you need anything, just holler at your boy. Holler at us.
I'm about to say, it's not just you.
Holler at us at greenroomentertain.com.
Yes. All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. We appreciate you. And we will see you next time
on the Marriage Be Like podcast.
Bye-bye.